Pwepwe and Mfuwe international airports be suspended. He adds that the crisis might lead to a forced lockdown if Zambia's neighbors close their borders, a situation which might make the country economically vulnerable and weaker after being landlocked. Confirmed global COVID-19 cases are now close to 450,000 with almost 20,000 deaths.
The global pandemic that threatens to wipe out the human population has so far claimed over 18,000 lives in a space of 4 months. World leaders are voicing out on this pandemic and outlining measures they are instituting to ensure this global problem is solved. President Edgar Lungu has broken his silence over COVID-19 by addressing the nation on the way forward. A number of measures are already in effect, but there are new ones from the head of state.
Government has suspended non-essential foreign travel, particularly to countries which have confirmed COVID-19 cases. Restaurants must operate only on a takeaway and delivery basis. 4 bars, nightclubs, cinemas, gyms, and casinos must close. 6 all international flights to and from Harry Mwanga Nkumbula, Simon Mwansata Pwepwe, and Mfuwe international airports are suspended.
Despite welcoming the move, owners of some businesses in Lusaka's North Mid Market, as well as customers, are cognizant of the impact this will have.
Wapapeti tanvila tima market wavala tinambwa tankala worried kuza ti bakavala ma market cause sema business yatu ni hand to mouth so bakavala market nishi batipaya ise bantu so peno kamba take away at least apata vera ko bwino kuti cause yankala take away.
The impact that is going to have with our company, I don't know the way we are going to pay our workers and the way we are going to survive. We are going to have a loss more than anything. I don't know how we are going to recover as Santon City. We are going to support them. We are not going to let them down. We are going to follow whatever the president has said.
I think that is a good idea because look at other countries. Most of the countries in Central Southern Africa, they've closed their borders. So to protect our citizens, I think the government has come up with a good resolution to close the borders. I mean, to close the bars and the congested places. So I'm in support of it.
For Kondwa Nyirenda, a patron, this is a big call.
The directive is a sticky one because the thing is, if you're having a bad day at work, you have a beer. You have social conundrums. Have a beer. So 2 weeks without alcohol is, a big call.
Zambia is more of an import than an export country, and the measures that other countries such as South Africa have instituted are likely to affect the Zambian economy. The presidential 2 weeks directive is with effect from midnight March 26, 2020. Nchimnyangandu, Diamond News.
Some opposition political party leaders have expressed disappointment with President Edgar Lungu's address on COVID-19, alleging that it does not indicate that the country is ready to fight the pandemic. UPND President Hakainde Hichilema says he was expecting President Edgar Lungu to declare a state of emergency amidst the outbreak. Democratic Party President Harry Kalaba hopes that the president would have at least declared a partial state of emergency to help assess the situation apart from new measures he has outlined. And Transparency International Zambia Chapter President Ruben Lefuka hopes that more measures will be outlined.
President Edgar Lungu has broken out his silence on COVID-19 through his address to the nation, away from his write-ups on Facebook and cabinet meetings expressing his concern over the pandemic. He took to radio and television, spelling out new measures such as a complete closure of bars, casinos and clubs, as well as suspending international flights from all airports except for Kenneth Kaunda International Airport. His address has however received sharp reactions from some politicians and civil society organizations who say they are disappointed. UPND President Hakainde Hichilema wished that a state of emergency would have been imposed amidst the pandemic.
We appreciate that the don't want to comment on what you said. We just want to do our own thing. Because obviously what you said is not good enough. He hasn't done a lockdown. But
Democratic Party President Harry Kalava feels that government is not handling the situation with the seriousness that it deserves to avoid more cases recorded.
Measures would have been more stronger than he has given. Personally, I would have wished that the country was locked for the next 2 weeks so that we can contain and manage the cases that we already have. Since Zambia doesn't have the facilities like those of the developed world, it would have been good for us to look ourselves in and deal with what is already at hand. But the president has been relaxed. He has restricted entry only to Lusaka International Airport for visitors. It means that people will be coming in the country and we don't know who's carrying what. So it means that the battle just intensifies.
For Transparency International Zambia chapter president Ruben Lifuka, more sensitization needs to be done to members of the public, as what is said is business as usual.
My drive through Lusaka this afternoon clearly demonstrates that not everyone is practicing the social distancing they're talking about. We're still seeing crowds. You go to Kamwala, you go into the CBD. We still have crowds, people mingling around. And the fear really is if the numbers start increasing exponentially with the kind of awareness or lack of awareness we're seeing, we could see major problems in the city of Lusaka.
With the cases rising to 12, there are fears that the situation may soon get out of hand, and the need for enhanced efforts to cap the spread. Darth Jonia, Diamond News.
That particular note takes us to our editorial comment for the day, which is the Diamond Insight.
This is your Diamond Insight for tonight of fighting COVID-19 with kids' gloves. It may be uncomfortable to wear a seatbelt, but wearing one is a necessary discomfort to prevent or mitigate injury in case of an accident. Far much better it is to endure the minor discomfort and still not suffer the misfortune of an accident than to risk taking off the seatbelt and suffer life-changing injuries or death. Why then would government wait for the coronavirus crisis in our country to worsen before a lockdown is sanctioned? What good will a lockdown do after the coronavirus has been imported into Zambia by thousands while being transmitted locally by the tens of thousands? We appreciate the economic concerns, but we would like to echo the appeal of many citizens for government to lock down the country at least for another 2 weeks before it's too late. Going on lockdown when the situation gets out of hand is counterintuitive, and we wonder why Zambia's leaders are treating this pandemic with kid gloves when it could knock out many citizens as it has done in other countries. For those who may be none the wiser, on Tuesday this week, Chief Government Spokesperson Dora Silia gave an update to the nation about the COVID situation in the country. The spokesperson said government would only consider closing down Zambia's borders if the coronavirus outbreak worsened, and that a lockdown may only be imposed under what she termed as a worst-case scenario, obviously citing concerns of the economy and trade. A day later, Commander-in-Chief and President Edgar Lungu addressed the nation after weeks of Zambians demanding to hear from him. And finally, we are grateful, Mr. President, for hearing our cries that you have come out to address the nation. In his address, President Lungu has announced that the confirmed COVID-19 cases in Zambia have now risen to 12. He also announces additional measures to combat the pandemic, none of which involves a lockdown. While I would like to commend President Lungu for suspending international flights to all airports in our country, except for the Kenneth Kaunda International Airport, we feel the response does not correspond to the gravity of our situation. Perhaps he knows better, but this would have been appropriate before Zambia recorded any case, and while I would like to commend him for closing all bars, nightclubs, cinemas, gyms and casinos, and ordering restaurants to operate only on a takeaway basis, we feel this too falls short of the requisite response, which would be to lock down the country until the situation normalizes. We're equally aware ire of unconfirmed reports circulating on social media suggesting that the number of announced cases might not reflect the reality, as there are Zambians who travelled outside the country and tested positive for COVID. We call upon the officials at the Ministry of Health to put this matter to rest and dispel these reports if at all they are fake news. Such reports alone are sufficient grounds for a lockdown until they are categorically disproved. Our appeal is for government to allow this little discomfort, because the alternative will be far much worse. You only have to look at the effects of the pandemic and what it has done to other countries and the increasing number of high-profile people, the latest being His Royal Crown Prince Charles, who have been infected, to see how serious the situation is. We sympathize with all hard-hit countries and pray that theirs will not be our reality, because our leaders refuse to take emphatic action. We pray for our country and hope that this situation is contained and ended quickly.
The International Monetary Fund and the World Bank have urged all bilateral creditors to IDA countries to consider suspending debt payments by countries affected by the coronavirus. This move is meant to allow highly indebted countries affected by the COVID-19 to channel resources to their domestic economic challenges. The two cooperating partners will be waiting for instructions from the G20 countries to identify and assess highly indebted countries. Bridges Limited managing consultant and of course seasoned economist Chibamba Kanyama via mobile phone to be able to discuss this particular development and other fundamentals in the economy. Good evening, Mr. Kanyama.
Good evening, thank you.
So first things first, there's this development emanating from the World Bank and of course the International Monetary Fund. Your take?
Yes, I have seen it. Yeah, so it's a very good development. It's a moral persuasion. They're using moral persuasion, using influence to lobby for debt rescheduling for some of the countries that are facing the coronavirus crisis.
So we are not simply talking about possible cancellation, it is merely rescheduling.
Cancellation is something that the World Bank, IMF may not necessarily push for. They rarely do that themselves for those that have lent money to. It is a consideration of actual creditors to consider, to look at. And remember, when you do debt cancellation or you call for debt cancellation, there's a moral hazard factor where recipient countries will begin to believe that let us borrow and borrow because at some point in the future, World Bank IMF will call for cancellation. So that may be treated as a bilateral issue between a creditor country and the borrower to look at, and not necessarily to be a call out of persuasion by World Bank IMF.
Okay, let's now talk about something that is very closer to home, and this is the issue of the coronavirus that, of course, is also taking toll on the global scene. Now, a lot of opinions have surrounded the decision by government to keep the borders open. I would like to, first of all, hear it from you. What is your thought on this? Should we close our borders at the moment?
I can't hear the question properly, but I've heard the issue of keeping the borders open.
Should, yes.
Which, I think we have to look at the circumstances of Zambia. First of all, I really thought so strongly that given the coronavirus epidemic, this challenge we are facing globally, SADC countries who are connected in trade, culture, and other things would have been meeting somewhere, whether by video conferencing to avoid social contact, or even by actually meeting to look at what should we do together so that when one country closes the borders, it doesn't a spillover effect on the other. We are not seen like we are fighting you as another country because we are in business together. And if they decide to close the border, how can they still facilitate trade among these countries while overseeing the potential danger that the disease may spread? The reality within the SADC, particularly Zambia, is that we survive day by day. We do not have savings like those you see in Europe who can survive for 1 year feeding off their investments. Zambian households survive by trading, and that trading has to be done on a particular day. You make your money today, and then tomorrow you are eating. So we have seen Kazungula, there are long queues of Zambians. What are they going to do in Namibia or Botswana if they are going to trade, to go and buy things in anticipation of a challenge in Zambia? They are going to buy maybe beer, whatever. So to close off the borders, you have to look at the bigger picture of the implications so that you don't completely close activity. Life should go on somehow while you are taking very serious measures to stop the disease from spreading.
Thank you very much, Mr. Kanyama, for joining us on the Diamond News Desk at 8 this evening and, of course, tendering in those important thoughts.
Thank you, Mr. Mavoro. Good night.
Okay. We'll now proceed and take a look at how the Kwacha is performing on the financial markets. Against the United States dollar, the Kwacha as of close of business today was buying at 17 Kwacha 59 Ngwe and selling at 17 Kwacha 64 Ngwe. Against the Great British Pound, the Kwacha was buying at 20 Kwacha 79 Ngwe and selling at 20 Kwacha 85 Ngwe. Against the Euro, the Kwacha was buying at 19 Kwacha 2 Ngwe and selling at 19 Kwacha 8 Ngwe. Against the South African Rand, the Kwacha was buying at 1 Kwacha and selling at 1 Kwacha 1 Ngwe. We now go on with the news. Local Government Minister Charles Banda has called for adequate disinfection of all bus stations in the country to help curb COVID-19. More details on that particular story after the break.
No two people are alike in the world, but these individuals have something in common.
Life is about making the right choices. I choose protection. Excuse me, can I please have a packet of unscented Ultimate condoms?
Bonjour, mommy. Assist me with some change money.
Okay.
In fact, can I get a packet of Ultimate condom? Banana scented.
Whatever the situation I'm faced with, at work, at home, at play, I take control. I man up. Protection is about manning up.
Hi.
Hello.
Give me a packet of Ultimate condom.
Vanilla scented.
They all use Ultimate condoms for assured protection from STIs, HIV, and unplanned pregnancies. Use condoms correctly and consistently for dual protection. Ultimate condoms, assured protection delivered in 3 variants: unscented, banana, and vanilla. Brought to you by the USA Discover Health Project with support from the American people through the United States President's Emergency Plan for AIDS Relief, PEPFAR.
For those school lunches, for that much-needed break at the office, or just to replenish your energy levels. For that all-day, everyday soothing refreshment, nothing beats the refreshing fruity milkiness of Shake and Sip Fruity Milk. Shake and Sip, when fresh meets fruity.
Trade Kings, improving lives.
Do your gums hurt? Yeah. Does your toothpaste contain sage, eucalyptus, myrrh, chamomile?
All that in one toothpaste?
Yes, try Colgate Herbal. Colgate Herbal contains nature's best herbs and Colgate's fluoride technology to give you strong teeth and healthy gums.
Ah, Colgate Herbal.
Let's go. Colgate Herbal for strong teeth and healthy gums naturally.
Welcome back, and we continue with the news. Local Government Minister Charles Banda has called for adequate disinfection of all bus stations in the country to fight the coronavirus. Speaking when he carried out a disinfection exercise of Millennium Bus Station in Lusaka, Mr. Banda notes that bus stations play a critical role in the lives of the people. And Capital Bus's proprietor Ishmael Kankara says he is working with government to ensure that all measures that have been put in place to curb COVID-19 are adhered to.
Virus cases continue to be on the increase around the world, with more than 400,000 confirmed cases and more than 19,000 deaths. This has prompted countries in the world to put up strict measures against the spread of the virus. The Zambian government has stepped up measures including the closure of some airports and some businesses. Local Government Minister Charles Banda and Minister of Transport and Communication Mutotwe Kafwaya today conducted massive sanitizing in Lusaka's Millennium Bus Station. Mr. Banda has called for frequent and adequate disinfection of all bus stations in Lusaka. He has further instructed the Lusaka City Council to ensure the disinfection is done.
One of the best ways to avoid the risk of infection is to increase cleaning precautions on buses, terminals and stations. It is important that these areas are frequently and adequately disinfected. So urge the proprietors of the buses to ensure that the buses receive an additional cleaning every time they return to the garage at the end of the business day. In addition to increasing the frequency of the cleaning and disinfection of buses and facilities, owners of the buses should distribute sanitizers and disinfectant materials to all their drivers.
And Minister of Transport and Communication Mutotwe Kafwaya says government is looking for stakeholders' engagement in reducing the number of passengers on public transport.
That's our thinking, but we need stakeholder buy-in because, you know, we have to manage this whole problem with stakeholder engagement. Yeah.
And Flash Bus proprietor Ishmael Kankara says Zambians should not wait for government to fight the disease as they need to step up to prevent the virus. He states that he is working with government to ensure all the measures are followed.
Let's see what we can do for Zambia. Don't wait for Zambia to do something for you. We are going to wait for instructions of the government, and they will instruct us, and whatever they advise us or instruct us, we shall follow. And exactly every Zambian needs to do that.
However, some members of the public and drivers have welcomed the move by the local government minister, but still feel more needs to be done.
Kusaza muno mu station yayamikira chichingiriza manje tipe mpako kuti na kumanyumba kwa watu atiganizire kwa president bali stipa zako tikasanza kwa kumanyumba tisi abana isetinga na protection kabula kuno manje kunyumba bana.
As of today, Zambia has 12 confirmed cases of COVID-19. Agnes Shamboko, Diamond News.
Meanwhile, Ndola City Council has effected a 2-day lockdown on all its 33 markets to facilitate thorough cleanup exercise in a bid to curb the spread of COVID-19. The cleanup is part of the preventive measures aimed at curbing any possible outbreak and spread of the deadly disease. Copperbelt Province Minister Jaffin Mwakalombe has appealed to marketeers to enhance personal hygiene. The Association of Traders, Vendors and Marketeers of Zambia has welcomed the move by the local authority, adding that cooperation from the traders is essential to fight COVID-19.
Cases rising to 12, Ndola City Council, in collaboration with the Copperbelt Provincial Administration, has embarked on a 2-day sensitization and cleanup exercise of all trading places. In view of the cleanup exercise, all the 33 trading markets shall remain closed for the next 48 hours in Ndola to facilitate thoroughly cleaning as a way of preventing any possible outbreak and spread of coronavirus. Copperbelt Minister Jaffin Mwakalombe has since advised traders in the province to take the preventive measures by government seriously, as the pandemic is a serious global concern.
Hii problem ikaramba sana. Umuti taturasanga umuti muchalo. Na kwa Amerika konse takuri umuti. Ku China takwari umuti. Konse takuri umuti. So umuti tukwete kuyichingiza fwe bene haini.
Association of Traders, Vendors and Marketeers of Zambia has welcomed the move by the local authority to suspend trade for 48 hours to help clean up the trading areas.
Twatotela sana pakuisa mu bwingifi twabombera pamono kuwa myemishika yeswaini ichishale fi batweba bameya tatwakomboke ifwe na executive yandi twalaba kulya mpaka chile chishala tuchiteshani shukuse.
The country has, however, not recorded any death this far, with government introducing new preventive measures aimed at curbing the spread of the virus effective Thursday midnight. Among some of the preventive measures announced by the head of state include suspension of all international flights to all international airports except for the Kenneth Kaunda International Airport in Lusaka to ensure efficient and effective screening of travelers. All bars, nightclubs, cinemas, gyms and casinos shall remain closed, with local authorities urged to work closely with state police in implementing the measures. All schools and other institutions of learning shall remain closed until further notice. More than 400,000 cases of corona have been recorded globally, with about 19,000 deaths worldwide. Helen Mondila, Diamond TV News, Ndola.
We'll take a break. I'll be back shortly.
Batata, you're here. I thought you said lunch.
Oh, come on, my son. I cannot wait to see my first ever grandson.
As a young modern wife, entertaining my Wapongoshi was always a mini nightmare. But today, I'll treat them to a special traditional secret. Tata, Maya, Moisene.
Oh, thank you very much, my daughter. Thank you very much. This Bemba woman really knows how to prepare this chibwantu. Exactly like from southern province. Please give me some more.
Times have changed, but some things in life shouldn't. Introducing Amasip Sip Chiwantu traditional maize drink. Traditional taste that has stood the test of time.
Last time I had such nice chibwantu was at home, prepared by my mother.
Amasip Sip Chiwantu, a taste of local tradition. Trade Kings, improving.
Class, what word is this? Water. Again? Water. Good. What are you doing?
I'm helping Mom make home safe.
What do you mean by making home safe?
I help Mom do the housework. Mom always washes the fruit and covers the food. Mom makes sure I wash my hands every time after I use the toilet and before I touch any food. Mom uses Chloripure to keep our drinking water safe.
Chloripure is safe and easy to use. Read the instructions on the bottle for proper use and wait for 30 minutes before drinking the water. Use Chloripure correctly and consistently all year round. That way you'll be able to protect your family from waterborne diseases. Chloripure is now available in pharmacies, chemists and retail outlets at an affordable price.
Make your drinking water pure with Chloripure.
This message is brought to you by the USAID Discover Health Project with support from the United States Agency for International Development, USAID, from the American people.
Still wondering how you can own your own home? Build or purchase your dream home with the help of a mortgage from the Zambia National Building Society and enjoy 0% legal fees, 0% survey fees, 0% administration fees, and competitive interest rates. Plus, get up to 100% financing and up to 60 days repayment holiday. What better way to buy or build your dream house than with the ZNBS Nyumba Banja mortgage promotion? Invest in your future today and bring your dream to life. For more details, call us on 0954 292 904 or 0954 295 168 or email marketing@znbs.co.zm or visit our website on znbs.co.zm. Zambia National Building Society. Shelter through saving. Terms and conditions apply.
There is a core belief at the heart of Liquid Telecom. The
belief that every individual has the right to be connected. The pursuit of this vision has seen us build the largest independent fiber network in Africa. From Cape to Cairo, we are connecting more of Africa. Liquid Telecom, building Africa's digital future.
Do your gums hurt? Yeah. Does your toothpaste contain sage, eucalyptus, myrrh, chamomile?
All that in one toothpaste?
Yes, try Colgate Herbal. Colgate Herbal contains nature's best herbs and Colgate's fluoride technology to give you strong teeth and healthy gums.
Ah, Colgate Herbal.
Let's go. Colgate Herbal for strong teeth and healthy gums naturally.
Welcome back to the live broadcast of the Diamond News Desk at 8. Government has apprehended 3 people and seized a truck that was loaded with maize and meal believed to be smuggled into the Democratic Republic of Congo. The trio includes 2 Zambians and a Congolese woman, while the truck is reportedly owned by Gurok Investment. Lopula Province Permanent Secretary Felix Piri says he is concerned with the artificial shortage of maize being created by some unscrupulous individuals who are hoarding maize meal destined for DRC. Dr. Piri says government will remain resolute in ensuring that people who are threatening the food security of the country are adequately punished.
To encourage all farmers to prioritize the production of maize in quest to stabilize the prices of meal. Smuggling has continued to have a huge influence with the local supply of the commodity in Lopula Province. In this vein, government has seized the truck, believed to be a property of Gurok Investment, for being in possession of over 300 bags of meal and maize believed to be meant for smuggling. Gurok Investment's driver and other victims involved had this to say.
Samtunda wachina nyatao nisha motoka nisha moto korona ishireisa asangati motoka chachini nashi mukulolera namwe batiwa abantu bakainole bati waleisa nikitangira kufe motoka pano tabalamone katawulolela so fono mbana ishire ikala lolera runo mbana ishire mona abamendo bambokuleta amakanta ene ayi so nasaiba atifinshi ifi aiba tawe nitute so namba muku patulo kuisamba nitute yi pantu bungo nasaibu nasabula phone na tumino unali nanko kwato iwe ifintu wachilanda nefya isa kuno nifimbi ava tawe nindandana bene.
And Lopula Province Permanent Secretary Felix Piri says government will not spare anyone trying to create an artificial shortage of meal in the country.
As government, we have been informed of a syndicate that has been taking place here in Lopula, where some individuals have been buying meal and maize and then hoarding it at some place, and then eventually in the night they would come to this place and start loading it onto the truck in readiness for taking it out of the country. Now, as a government, this is of particular concern in the sense that we are all aware that there is this artificial shortage of meal and maize which is being created by these scrupulous individuals who are bent on ensuring that they break the law, and we would like to warn them that the government is not going to relent, because you are all aware that we require food security.
Smuggling activity is attributed to the fact that Lopula Province shares the longest border with the Democratic Republic of Congo, where it is alleged that a 25 kg bag of meal costs over $50 or more than 500 in Zambian kwacha. Neman Samba, Diamond.
Health authorities in Mufulira district on the Copperbelt have tightened surveillance and preventive measures to curb any possible outbreak of the deadly coronavirus on the border town. Copperbelt Provincial Medical Officer Robert Zulu says the Ministry of Health is working with the local authorities to ensure that strict hygiene is maintained in markets and other public places. Meanwhile, market committees in Mufulira are not allowing any shops to operate if they do not have soap and running water. And thereafter, I'll be back with business news.
Here's a little song that we wrote for you. The words are very simple and they're only two. Cream it. Just cream it. Like the moonlight adds a little light in the dark. You got to add a little light in your cup. Cream it. Just cream it. Cream it. Ichilana mukaka. Cream it. Ona kutikama.
Introducing Cream It Tea and Coffee Creamer. It's not a coffee till you cream it. Trade Kings, improving lives.
This one goes out to all our dreamers.
You are killing it.
The fearless, the ambitious, the lovable, the fierce, the hilarious, the fighters, the inspirational, the strong, the believers. Celebrate all our powerful women this International Women's Month with GoTV. We are for every woman. Yes! GoTV. Live it. Love it.
Can I have that meal over there? And I really want that crisp, fresh apple taste in the garden. Can I have happy apple?
I think I'll have my big bite 2 meal with happy waziwaka. Give us your
Enjoy an appetizing big bite meal with an happy drink of your choice. A meal is not a meal without an happy drink. And now introducing Happy in a can.
Vimbuzi vilibe konkare mu mugodi. Nchosa buda kumedwalika onze.
Sungani umoyo wabanja lanu chingilizani manzi ya munyansi na vimbuzi vakonkiri mu mugodi vovomelesewa vevichoka kuli wa Lusaka Water and Storage Company.
Touching food before washing after changing diapers. This is tantamount to dangerous cooking. Tawaishiwa tama James ya nomba fibondo. Tayapu alalanga ma James ya kare. Manja mako tuma James tuchachabe pate after pate. That's why funko sambila na hygienic soap. Ili na active silver technology wambera. Soap with technology. Officer Papi!
Call police, madam.
Go and hygienics and kurukuta her right now.
You are under Samba in the laws of hygienics.
Hygienic soap is a powerful antibacterial soap with active silver technology formulated to kill 99.9% of germs.
Hygienic soap. You are safe in our hands.
Still wondering how you can own your own home? Build or purchase your dream home with the help of a mortgage from the Zambia National Building Society and enjoy 0% legal fees, 0% survey fees, 0% administration fees, and competitive interest rates. Plus, get up to 100% financing and up to 60 days repayment holiday. What better way to buy or build your dream house than with the ZMBS Nyumba ya Banja mortgage promotion? Invest in your future today and bring your dream to life. For more details, call us on 0954 292 904 or 0954 295 168 or email marketing@zmbs.co.zm or visit our website on znbs.co.zm. Zambia National Building Society. Shelter through saving. Terms and conditions apply.
Welcome back to the live broadcast of Diamond News Desk at 8, which is currently live on channel 271, DSTV, 99 GoTV, 110 Topstar, and of course live on our various social media platforms, YouTube, Facebook, and Mingotainment. Southern Africa Cross-Border Traders Association has urged government to consider closing borders to prevent spread of COVID-19. Association Secretary General Jacob Makambwe says leaving border posts open will make Zambia vulnerable to more cases of COVID-19. Meanwhile, President Edgar Lungu has maintained that Zambia will not close borders as other measures to prevent the spread of COVID-19 are being implemented. The president was speaking when he addressed the nation on COVID-19. Known to many as the Europe of Africa, South Africa is a preferred migration destination for many Africans, Zambians inclusive because of its business opportunities and of course its infrastructure development. During his national address on COVID-19, some Zambians expected President Edgar Lungu to close borders, considering the fact that a considerable number of Zambians do live in South Africa, as South Africa is currently sitting on over 700 cases of COVID-19, and our open doors entail that Zambians living in South Africa may consider coming home, where only 12 cases have been recorded so far. While this may be a catalyst for further spread of the pandemic, President Lungu feels that our borders should remain open for now. Southern Africa Cross-Border Traders Association, on the other hand, feels that leaving borders open is dangerous for Zambia.
Within the borders, that's where mainly the entries of COVID-19 has been recorded, and we have actually seen that at the international airport. But now, talking about not closing the borders is actually going to make Zambia become more vulnerable to, these particular cases.
Even if Zambia doesn't lock down, lockdowns by other neighboring countries will affect Zambia by virtue of Zambia being a net importer. Zambia Chamber of Commerce explains incentives that government must consider providing for local businesses.
We can look at incentives of with regard to some tax relief in terms of excise duties on the telecommunication companies that must be suspended at least for even 3 months.
Meanwhile, the Zambia Association of Manufacturers wants borders to remain open only to cargo, which includes inputs used in various processes.
The Zambia Association of Manufacturers want to commend the government on the move to ensure, in particular, that the borders remain open, specifically to do with the transportation of cargo into the country. Now, what needs to be understood by the general public is that manufacturers in Zambia currently import a number of their inputs for production in Zambia.
As Zambia is land-linked and depends on other countries, maybe what government should do is close borders to human traffic and only allow movement of essential commodities. Diamond TV News, Wenson Mavor. That's it for Diamond News Desk at 8 with me, Wenson Mavor. Have a lovely night.
television reinvented.
I always look forward to Sunday lunch.
You're gonna need some fruit top to wash all that down.
And nobody does Sunday lunch like my mom.
Hey, Chris! Hey, Jack, come over! Mom, can Jack come, please?
Wow, is that fruit top?
Nothing in this world is better than chilling at home with everyone. Woke up this morning with sunshine in my eyes, telling me everything will be fine. Doesn't matter where you're from, you cannot beat the taste of home.
And the thing I like about Sunday lunch is that everyone comes together.
Nothing brings a family together like a good meal and a great drink. Introducing Fruit Top, orange, pineapple, and granadilla fruit squash. Fruit Top, with the real fruit in every drop.
Masuwa ya sopano muzafwasisa manje na vishala vyemutaya mwasuwa na vimbuzi vamanzi ndiye pamene nizachoka nopita ponse.
Sungani umoyo wa banja lanu chitani connect kuli masuwa pipe ya sopano yaba Lusaka Water and Storage Company osaponyelamo vishala.
I don't care, I don't care, I don't care. I don't care if they know the truth about how much I care for you. I don't care, I don't care, I don't care. There's nothing I wouldn't do.
Show some love to your fabrics with Boom Bubble Plus washing powder with powerful dirt-fighting enzymes and special color protection. Whiter whites and brighter colors. Fabrics love Boom.
As required by the National Health Insurance Act No. 2 of 2018, the mandatory registration of Zambian citizens and established residents to the National Health Insurance Scheme commenced on the 1st of October 2019. Therefore, all employers are required to register their employees. This includes those employed in government agencies and parastatals, the private sector, NGOs, as well as domestic workers, shopkeepers, and farm workers, among others. The scheme further provides for self-registration for the self-employed and those in the informal sector, such as small-scale farmers, bus drivers and conductors, marketeers and traders, among many others. Register today on our website www.nhima.co.zm. For more information, call our toll-free line 8000 or visit our offices at the Levi Mwanawasa Medical University. National Health Insurance, leaving no one behind.
Afternoon, Anne. Afternoon.
I'm gonna tell you why my clothes look bright. I'm gonna tell you why my clothes look clean. I'm gonna tell you why they smell so nice. I'm feeling fresh, you know what I mean. It's got a little bit of oxy bleach with a nice perfume that will leave your clothes looking rich and have you feeling good. Ooh, aloha, yeah. Aloha, aloha. You need to try Aloha.
Aloha washing powder. Say hello to fresh.
Trade Kings, improving lives.
Are you ready to win big? Get into the game for real with a sport betting app shaking Zambia. CastleBet. Visit www.castle.bet to play. Call now or WhatsApp on 0969 966 599. CastleBet offers fast, instant payout as soon as the final whistle blows. Cash out winnings instantly via MTN or Airtel Mobile Money or FNB ATM. Get into the game wherever you are. In the office, at the bar with friends, or even at home watching TV. Win 800,000 kwacha on any game thanks to the CastleBet app. You can even bet live during the match as you watch the game on TV. Join online in less than 30 seconds by visiting www.castle.bet or call or WhatsApp on 0969 966 599. Mwai wako.
Fruits are disappearing everywhere, and reports reaching us indicate that there's a sudden shortage of fruits on the shelves, markets, and on the streets.
Mangoes, pineapples, bananas, guavas, and other fruits have left the shelves here. We don't know what's going on.
Tinasakira mafruits, tinasakira yanaenda mafruits kulibe. Kulichape kandoro. Manya nzakulisha che kandoro.
We refuse to give up on this problem. We are going to find the solution.
We dance till the sunrise. Happiness and love aboard. Here we find paradise. From Cancer to Capricorn. Pick your flavor, fresh and healthy. Tropics is the juice you can savor.
All fruits yearn to become tropics. Introducing Tropics Fruit Juice Blend, a paradise of fruity freshness.
Tropics is the juice you can savor.
Trade Kings, improving lives.
This could be you, or this could be you. Even though there are hundreds of road accidents every day, we have driven you with confidence, ensuring you reach your destination safely. From motor to home and property insurance, take up a Madison General Insurance policy today and secure your tomorrow. Madison General Insurance, safeguarding and giving you peace of mind since 1992. MGen, it's worth it.
This is the taste of Africa. Takwabe achila paria we yena na ibesha. Takwabe achila paria we yena na iloa. Ngoline chilaka, wikokola ngoline chilaka. Sukumakaba. Ngoline chilaka, wikokola ngoline chilaka. Juice.
Nice.
Iwe, tulopiku, na pome glanati. Revin Products, 100% juice. High juice. Juice, the taste of Africa.
Juicy is manufactured by Revin Zambia Limited of Ndola.
Ichi chimbuzi chayamba kuzula mukafikila ndoti yonse iyi izapeza njila yanga yofika pamanzi ya munyanzi na futi.
Sungani umoyo wabanja lanu kufikila chimbuzi chanu nichoyopya tumilani wa Lusaka Water and Storage Company nolembesa watumize vovomelesewa kuchosa doti mushe.
Still wondering how you can own your own home? Build or purchase your dream home with the help of a mortgage from the Zambia National Building Society and enjoy 0% legal fees, 0% survey fees, 0% administration fees, and competitive interest rates. Plus, get up to 100% financing and up to 60 days repayment holiday. What better way to buy or build your dream house than with the ZMBS Nyumba Banja mortgage promotion? Invest in your future today and bring your dream to life. For more details, call us on 0954-292-904 or 0954-295-168 or email marketing